Hi, welcome to OMAT. We're going to do exercises that have really helped me respond to life. Sometimes I catch myself going around all day going, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to talk to this person. I don't want to do this project. I don't want to live here. And, it's very important to know that we don't want to do things, what we don't want to do. Very important. But if I stay there, then I have to combat that negativity all day. I start being reluctant to do things. I might want to consider avoiding it, or maybe I do avoid it, or I just do it poorly, or I do it well, but I'm just dissatisfied. And all this energy is just being drained. And how I combat that now is I also ask, what do I want? I could know what I don't want, but what do I want? Maybe it turns out I do want to talk to that person, just not at that time. Or maybe I don't want to talk to that person, but I need to for work. Maybe I want another job. Maybe I want a different position. But as I ask myself, what do I want? It energizes me a little bit more than all of the what don't I want. And the thing is we have this energy and we can direct it whichever way we want. And we can do a lot of things, but we only have access to the things that we notice. So let's notice first, let's put ourselves in the present. What do we need to notice to be present? Maybe we look around. A lot of times it helps for anxiety also to look around and name the things that you see. And then you get mind and body in the same place. As we do that, we can get into our first exercise of gratitude. And gratitude helps me know what I want, because all day long we can do that. I don't want to, that's bad, that's going to go wrong. But here, what do I want? And I can be grateful for the things that are already here, but I do need to notice them. Let's notice what we could be grateful for right now. Let's wrap for now. Find some water, take a sip, and allow that to change your energy. Sometimes taking a sip of water reminds me that I can move into the next thing. I'm already doing another thing. I'm taking a sip of water. Let's keep going. Let's meditate. For 1 minute, we can't turn into a monk. For 1 minute, we don't have to have an epiphany. For 1 minute, what we're doing is we are deciding what's going to go on in our mind, and our body will follow. If I have calming thoughts, my body will get calm. So we're going to practice. What thought do you want to have right now? A lot of people follow their breath so that they can decide on a thought. That's it. Let's see. Let's sit in any comfortable position, eyes opened or closed. Breathe. As we come back, find the water, And maybe you noticed if you're having calm thoughts, your body is relaxing. If you're having intense thoughts, your body is getting tense. Or maybe you didn't notice anything right now. It's all right to keep going. Let's get into our writing. And everybody has writer's block. Writers, professional writers have writer's block. How can we expect ourselves to just write when it's time to write? Well, that is the practice. Whether you're a professional writer or you just want to journal in the morning, at night, or whenever you're upset, it doesn't matter. We're practicing putting words down and allowing them to get put down on the paper, even though they're not so interesting. They might be boring. They might be angry. They might not be the words that we want to put, the story that we want. Let's find that it doesn't matter so that we can take action by writing one or more words right now. Let's wrap for now. Find water, take a sip, and maybe you're upset at the things that you wrote right now. How do you want to practice your next move when you're upset? Sometimes a kid falls and we're like, shake it off, let's keep going, because we notice this isn't important enough to focus on. So let's practice shifting the focus. Let's go into our yoga. Let's stretch, elongate, allow it to feel good, or allow yourself to do it if you don't want to. How do you move through your day? Let's start by standing if we can, and if not, go ahead and keep seated, but let's inhale the arms up. Starting the sun salutation, reaching up, looking up. Here's our first pose. We're reaching up, looking up. And fold forward, you're hinging at the waist. Let your arms hang over your feet. Round your back as much as you want. Bend your knees as much as you want. And let's switch poses. Halfway lift, flat back. Look up, straighten your legs. And let's meet in a high plank. Plant your palms down, step your feet back, and then lower with elbows near, lower all the way down to the ground. Once you're there, push against the ground, and your chest comes up, head comes up, look up. And your arms could be bent here. You can stretch it as much as you want. Let's meet in down dog. Hips up into an upside down V. Maybe shaking your head no or yes here before you start walking forward towards your hands and start rising up, meeting your palms above the head and exhaling them down to the center of the chest. And have some water. And since we're moving as slow as we want to move, we might still be moving. That's fine. Move slowly to your water. Have some. And then let's get into our plank mind. What does that mean? We're practicing having control over our mind because our mind dictates what we do next. So if we want to get physical, our mind has to agree. So let's go. Let's tell our brain, I am willing. I would like to do this. I'm going to. In 3, 2, 1, up in plank pose right now. Because right now is the time that we're planking. Take your energy and put it into this plank pose. And that's 10 seconds. If you're in this plank, you can congratulate yourself already. Why? Because it's very difficult to make that decision from a comforting place to this pose, and you're 20 seconds in. Feel the strength, and then feel yourself conjuring up a little bit more of that energy for 30 seconds. Believe that you have it and see what that does to your body. How do you believe that you have it? You say, I can do it for 20 more seconds. It sounds odd to talk to yourself like that, but let's use this time to experiment. I could do it. I'm going to do it. See how your body reacts for 10 seconds left. This is the countdown. Find the power inside of you and put it into this plank for 3, 2, 1. You're done. Come down off the plank. Stretch your way back or just move slowly into your seat. Have some water. And let's move into our next exercise. We're going to break some procrastination here. And for 1 minute, that is the decision that we're going to make. So the biggest part here is not how much time. We're not going to get a lot done. The biggest part here is that we are making a decision and then taking action. That's the practice right here. Let's practice by taking action and taking on a task right now. Let's wrap the task for now. Find the water. Water is the indication that we're moving on. And we might have realized we freeze when we're trying to get unstuck. That's just information that we know. I'm going to take that information and keep going. Practice moving on. Maybe let someone know that you're having trouble in that area. I'm procrastinating on this. I even went to do it today and I just froze. That could be something that you let someone know, whether it's a friend, family member, or a professional, or you could just simply say, hello, you came into my mind. But let's practice how we want to connect, who we want to connect with by taking that energy and putting it there right now. Let's wrap the thought for now. Have some water. Maybe notice that when we're trying to connect, the vulnerability is so high that we feel even less connected after we try, after we warm up that muscle. That's all right. We are noticing the truth. We can't always connect, but we can take on the energy. I spent some energy trying to connect today. That means that the muscle up there got that workout. Let's move on. Let's shake it off, dance it off, walk it off, whatever it is. Let's take some action. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Start moving your body just because it's that time right now. If you haven't started, of course it's not too late. Get going. That's 10 seconds. And even in those 10 seconds, if you started right away, you can feel your body change, your mind change right away. That's 20 seconds. Now make sure that you're breathing. A lot of times we hold our breath when we're exercising. Notice your inhale and exhale, almost like you're meditating. And for 30 seconds, let's keep going. As this gets more challenging, as physical energy and mental energy does, as we get more challenged by this, for 20 seconds, let's meet that challenge. Let's practice meeting a challenge that is getting more and more difficult. How do you want to respond to that for 10 seconds? How do you want to finish this exercise and finish this practice? For 3, 2, 1, you're done. That's what today's practice looks like. We could still take our practice throughout the day, but we took the time to focus on it. Thank you for taking OMAT.